And now, it's time for Common Sense with Connie.
Hi, I'm Connie, the Common Sense Consultant. It's my job to tell you what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. Let's get started. All right, so we've been spending a lot of time lately on the pandemic and the quarantine, and I want to take a break from all of that and just offer up something that's been on my mind for a while now that somebody reminded me of recently, and that, someday when the world gets back to normal, it's the kind of thing that we can keep in mind moving forward. All right? And that is participation trophies. Oh, hold on. I'm not going where you think I'm going, because I'm not about to rant about how terrible they are. I'm about to rant about how terrible you are for thinking they're terrible. What is the problem with participation trophies? First of all, if you participated, you did more than most of the other people out there. If you actually went out for Little League, if you actually joined the soccer team and gave it a shot, if you danced in the recital, you did more than all the people who were like, I'm too afraid to go out for Little League, or I don't want to play sports, I don't like that, I don't want to try anything new, whatever. There are kids who are not joiners. There are parents who are not going to push their kids. None of this is wrong, but if you do try something that you weren't sure you'd be good at, and maybe it turned out you weren't, but you stuck it out, you do deserve a little recognition for that. It's not a bad thing to be recognized for your efforts. I'm not saying that every little thing you do has to be praised, though, by the way, really, where's the problem? I'm sorry, this sense of entitlement that people talk about, I don't see it. Wanting the world to be a better place, holding people to a certain standard, raising the standard from what things were like 50 years ago, or 20 years ago, or even 5 years ago, that's called progress. It's called learning new things. It's called evolution. Maybe you don't have to have a knee-jerk reaction to everything, but also maybe you don't have to be like so upset that somebody might get a little recognition or have something better than you had when you were a kid. Why does everything have to be, I didn't get a trophy when I did Little League, so you shouldn't get a trophy? Aren't we supposed to want better for our kids, okay? That'd be like people in the Great Depression being like, you know what, when I was little, we didn't have bread. You shouldn't have bread. Like, what is that? That's not a very logical argument. It really doesn't make much sense, okay? Participation trophies are just incentives. It's just recognition of hard work. We do this in the workplace. There are bonuses. There are various incentive programs. There's all kinds of team building exercises, and you do get rewarded for participating, don't you? Nobody ever has a problem when it's something like that. For some reason, when it's got something to do with kids, everybody loses their mind. Please get back in touch with your inner child, okay? Forgive your parents, your grandparents, your uncles, your teachers, whoever didn't get you the thing you always wanted. Forgive them for it. Go out and buy it yourself. You still can, You can go buy whatever was the thing. It's okay. It can be a little symbol of your self-sufficiency or whatever, okay? But stop taking it out on the next generation. There is nothing wrong with rewarding somebody for joining a team. Then you can give other rewards for exceptional talent or exceptional behavior, perfect attendance, being the MVP. They do that in the NFL, in Major League Baseball, but they're not just like nobody else counts. Everyone on the team gets recognition. They all get a Super Bowl ring. Wow, talk about the ultimate participation trophy just for being on the team. Okay, whether they sat on the bench with an injury or whatever. So stop it. Just stop it. It's just like the pettiest, most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. It's never a well thought out argument. It's always just sour grapes from your childhood. You should use that power for good. It's the people in your peer group who, instead of being all sour grapes about it, where you're like, you know what really stunk as a kid? Feeling like nobody ever cared when I tried something hard. I put myself out there. And so there are some people who go, yeah, that was terrible. Let's make it better for our kid. But then there's the people who are like, nope, that's what makes you tough. No, it's usually what makes you really kind of a jerk. You're usually the kind of people that nobody wants to hang out with because you're just not that much fun. And you're definitely not the person anybody wants to go to when they have a problem because you don't tend to be very empathetic about it. So it's all right to have emotions. It's all right to feel for other people. It's all right to reward effort and recognize it. So just get over yourselves. Use a little common sense. Look around. It is not participation trophies that are ruining the world. All right, there's a lot of stuff we could talk about that is not good and not helping, and a complete lack of common sense is absolutely part of it. But this isn't a thing. Participation trophies are not what's bringing the world down. All right? So take that energy and put it towards something more important. Like becoming anti-racist. That's important. We really got to work on that. Let's dismantle white supremacy. You know what I mean? We got some serious things to contend with. Let's stop child sex trafficking. Let's stop world hunger. Shut up about the participation trophies. They're literally not hurting anybody, and they might even be helping. They might be boosting a kid's self-esteem enough that they grow up and do something amazing with their lives because they felt worthy. I'm sorry if you never did. You're worthy too. I'll give you a participation trophy if you want one. You don't have to take it, but it's not a bad thing. Use a little common sense. That's all I'm asking. Just trying to make the world a better place for everyone. You're welcome.